Good evening, everyone. I'm going to be taking foodstuff exports to Malaysia this evening as part of the lectures that we are supposed to have this week. One thing concerning the Malaysia market is that it's very easy and very simple to conquer, unlike the previous classes that we've held in the foodstuff exports to various locations and countries in the past. So for this Malaysian class, there's where I want us to start. It's not going to be like the normal sessions that we've held. I'm looking at there's something I want us to watch, which I feel we are going to get a lot of experience from. There's a video I stumbled on online, and I've been looking at how a lot of us can actually also benefit from watching that video, because a lot of things I'm going to be talking about or teaching us is actually projected in that video when I watched it. So it's just a 24-minute video of a guy in Malaysia who actually, checked out a market, a wet market in Malaysia, like one of the biggest wet markets in Malaysia. So he's going to get to some stores that where they sell Nigerian food stuff, authentic Nigerian food stuff that all of us have been considering, that we've been talking about. So the reason why I'm showing us the video is that this is going to help us it's going to help us to understand how Nigerian market or Nigerian food stuff is being sold in this particular location, how it's packed. So if I'm telling us what to expect, how we should pack our product or our item for the Malaysian market from Nigeria, it won't be like I'm just, talking theory or saying things that you don't understand. So with this video, you can actually look at how the products were packaged, how simple it was, and use that as an inspiration for your own food stuff, most especially if you have a client that you have to send something to in Malaysia. So I'm going to start the video so we can actually watch through it. Maybe at some point I can move it forward so that Okay, can you hear my voice? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, I can.
Okay, and you can see the video playing, right?
Yes, yes, I can see it.
And maybe let me just increase the volume then.
I can't hear anything, sir.
Okay, you still can't hear what it's saying.
I've not been hearing for the past 3 minutes now.
But
I've not
were
been
we
hearing.
hearing before?
Yeah, I heard briefly. Just the when I heard your voice and I saw the video, but I could not hear the sound.
Mm, I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I can see the video, but I can't hear anything.
I'm actually supposed to hear what it's saying. Um, what should I do to that? Okay, since you can't hear what he is saying, let me just do like some summary explanation. So he's at this store now. I think they already closed, so they don't have much left. But that product he's tasting was made from rice. It was made from rice. I think rice it was made with rice and coconut milk. So let me just say the product that this store sells is actually something that is made with rice. Like rice is the staple food. And another thing I also wanted us to listen to is that in the background of this video there is a prayer from mosque is actually being heard. So it also shows us that Malaysia is a Muslim country. Like I won't say Muslim country, it's an Asian country, but they have lots of Islamic people, Muslims around. So that tells you that okay, if you want to send maybe a product, if you want to make your own product and all that, it's good to follow the halal way, halal certification and all that. But even if you don't have all that, the next place is going because that's where what I really want to learn from this video. That's where it's going to come from. That's where it's going to come from. So I'm going to be stopping the video to explain and while I play things so that augment for the lack of audio from your end. And then this market where they are, where he is rather, this market is called Chokit Market. Chokit Market in Malaysia. So I think we can also check that out. Chokit Market. Although I don't know if the Chokit starts from C or from S, but Chokit Market, that's what they've been calling it.
Excuse me, sir. The market, is it this one that it still look like it's in a restaurant of some sort?
No,
I'm not seeing any market here.
this is a huge market. This one is this
Oh,
particular spot where he is now is in that Chokit Market. So it's just like you have like different markets in Nigeria. You have a big market, then there will be like a segment where some people are preparing or cooking food. There's a segment where you get raw food. There's a segment where you get fish and meat and those kind of things. So he's still going there. I think maybe this is just
okay.
the entry, so he's still going to those areas now.
Maybe you can share the video for us later, maybe on the
I
platform
know I'm going
or
to
the.
share you the link. I'm going to share the link because the
Okay, yeah. Okay.
so
Fine.
WhatsApp will not allow it to be uploaded, but the link when I share the link, you can now
Yeah.
watch it. So let me just like this product they gave him now. This product they are showing, like this product they're showing inside the nylon now, is made from rice. Yes, this is blended rice. Is blended rice flour. Blended rice flour. I think it's made in one of the Asian countries. That's where they actually made this product from.
Is it not the popular rice that they use for tuwo?
Yes, yes,
Yes.
I guess so. I guess so. I
Like,
guess that's the rice. It's the
yeah.
same rice. Just that the variety of the Thailand rice might be different from Nigerian rice. So look at this particular store that he got to. If you look at this store, these are gari. This one in the middle is yellow gari. The last one is white gari. I don't know what's inside this first one, but everything you see around here is gari. And here they have a lot of packaged food stuff that is actually African food. That's actually African food. But in this particular store, they don't really major on Nigerian food store. So he's going to go to where they actually major on Nigerian food store now. So this is where I really want us to pay attention. So in this store, basically these guys they focus on Nigerian products for Nigerians. So if you could hear what he was saying, he was asking them that, do you know where I'm from? They said Nigeria. So these people that owns this store here, they kind of like understand their own market. So if someone all this, if you see this is even Goya oil that I'm looking at in this place. This is anointing oil. So these are different products that have. So you will see different things here. I'll be posting it. Look at stock fish. This is like smoked catfish that I'm looking at here. See, look at Gary. All these covered plastics, they are filled with Gary. You can see the hair people sell in Nigeria, expression or something. Yeah, I think expression. Those hair for women and all that. You can see it in Malaysia. Those products, they are made from Nigeria. They are made in Nigeria, but they are sold to Nigerians in Malaysia. This particular guy that is doing this video, he did his master's in Malaysia. He's currently doing his PhD, which tells you that there are lots and lots of Nigerians in Malaysia. The market is actually very huge. So let's just consider. I want us to see some more products that these people are selling here. So now look at all these sealed nylons. All these nylons that are sealed here, all these ones. You can see the way they are sealed. It is just sealed rough. It's not like there's anything special. In fact, it wasn't labeled. I think there are some labels on the inside, like maybe when you put paper inside nylon, then you now seal the nylon, then you now hang it. All these are Nigerian spices. You have ogbono, you have ugu leaf, you have crayfish, you have different things in all these nylons that you see here. Even picnic, the guy sells picnic. They sell inyo. The Malaysian guy is mentioning inyo because he's counting everything that they sell here. They have palm oil, they have ogbono, anything that you need to like buy to cook soup or to have an experience of Nigeria in Malaysia. This store has it all. So this is egusi. You can see the way the people packed this egusi. They just put it inside nylon and all that. And the egusi is even looking like it's looking like it's becoming powdered. You can see the ogbono by the side of that plastic is ogbono. Maybe that ogbono now is like maybe 25 gram or 30 gram. This egusi also like maybe 35 gram. You can see the way this person just packed it in and is selling in Malaysia. You can see bitter cola too. Bitter cola for people that wants to buy bitter cola. He has shown us egusi, he has shown us ogbono, stock fish head, bitter cola. That is this pea soup. That is pepper soup spices. That spices is for pepper soup. Beside it is Nigerian crayfish. This is banga spices. Banga spices. That they wrote spices on. That's banga spices. You can see the bitter leaf, oha leaf, and all utazi stew leaf and all that is used in making preparing Igbo soup, and all this is also in this store in Malaysia. Is also in this store in Malaysia. Okay, so the guy is asking him that how do they get all these how do they get all these things that they are selling? And the Malaysian guy is saying that they got them through suppliers, that there are suppliers that actually send the stuff to them from Nigeria. So our own job is now to find a way in which we can reach out to this kind of African store to actually, be the one that will now be supplying them. So that's now the issue. But I wanted us to see the way those products are packaged. So if you look at the way those products are packaged now, you look at it, you see that it's not like there's something very, 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 very complex about it. So actually, um, exporting to Malaysia is not a big deal. It's not as complex as what we have, when we were talking about the United States, the United Kingdom, or the European Union. The European Union is like one of the most complex areas we want to export foodstuffs to. Malaysia is more like a country that is, close to Asia or in Asia, in a part of Asia. So their own rules and policies is still very different from EU or UK because in that environment they have a large population. They have a lot of people. They need more and more food, more varieties, and all that. Then, if you also now think about Nigerians of recent, Nigerians have been trooping into Malaysia. A lot of Nigerians have been going to those areas because it's easy to access, to get into. Their education is fantastic, very good. Like you see the guy who took that video talking about those food and all that in that Choki market. The guy is currently doing his PhD. So there are other students, Nigerians like that in that area doing all this. So that is just maybe one supplier supplying that guy. And if you look at when he did this video, it was during COVID-19 era. It was during COVID-19 when there was a sit-at-home order. There were not much people outside and all that. I'm very sure that if that guy can repeat that video like now, the crowd in that market will be massive. Asian countries they have big population, so the crowd in that area will be massive. It's going to be a lot, and the sales that guy will be making will be a lot, which means that the demand is going to be making for foodstuff coming from Nigeria will also increase, will also be high. So the kind of supplier that is supplying him and maybe some other people in that choking market alone. Because if you look at it, it might be that maybe someone who actually lived in Malaysia for a while, for some years, was not able to convince maybe the first person that, hey, let me be supplying Nigerian food stuff to you. Why you sell to Nigerians? Why you sell to Nigerians in Nigeria and all that? Then from there, the business started, the business peaked. So I think we all have to find a way to make sure that we try as much as possible to get into this market. Like the previous speakers that we brought, everything they said, they've been talking about nation and persistence and all that. So like this Malaysian market now, there's no huge restriction on the kind of foodstuff that you can ship to Malaysia. Why? Because all the foodstuff that we have here that we eat, vegetables, spices, smoked catfish, stockfish, Titus, um, toothpaste, geisha, maltina, high malt, Malta Guinness, what's it called? Origin, Cola Calagbo drink, Rosu bitters, all these things that we consume here, apart from meat, which is not really acceptable for export, meat, egg, cheese, those kind of things. You can even export pig milk, Three Crown, and all that, kind of products. They are already made, manufactured, they are finished goods and they can't spoil. You can export those kind of products to Malaysia also. Those kind of products, they don't have any issue at all. All you just have to do is to make sure that whatever you are sending, if you are sealing them in nylon, they are sealed airtight so that they don't spoil. If it's in carton, you seal them up so that they don't spoil and it can get into Malaysia easily. Very, very easy. So that's one thing about this country that we are considering today. That's the reason why I wanted us to watch that video earlier. So that by the time we are talking about packaging, um, labeling, you understand some things and some concepts. Malaysia is just all about you getting your client ready, go out there, source the product, process it, let it be clean, without sand, without stone, package it, and move it to the freight agent. Let them ship it down there. Within a week or two, your client is already with his or her own product and ready to sell at the market. So I don't know how they do it over there, but maybe it's easy for like that man that owns that store. If there's any authorities coming over to ask about the product and all that, maybe they will tell them they are the one that made it themselves. Because as you know, those products that we are looking at, they are not labeled. They don't have like very good structured label on ground. So, but that doesn't stop us in this class from actually doing a very good job at labeling, because in the rules and regulations of customs and imports, regulation of Malaysia, they also take labeling very serious, but not as serious as the European Union, as countries in the EU. So let's talk about Malaysia. Malaysia is a country in Southeast Asia. The federal constitutional monarchy consists of 13 states and 3 federal territories separated by South China Sea. So we have the Peninsular Malaysia and the Borneo East Malaysia. This Malaysia, let me just put it that they share a border. They share border with Thailand. They share border with Singapore, with Vietnam, with Indonesia. They share border with Brunei, with Brunei. Philippines also, they share borders with the Philippines too. So those are the countries that actually surrounds Malaysia that you can expand your business towards in Malaysia. Then okay, Malaysia is about, I think, maybe 3-4 hours flight from Australia. From Australia also. Then Kuala Lumpur is the national capital, which is the largest city in Malaysia. That's the national capital. It's also the largest city. So Kuala is somewhere you find lots of Nigerians, in the federal, in the place where is the largest city that has the most glamorous places, destinations, and all that. So that's where you get a lot of Nigerians studying and working. So the planned capital of Putrajaya is the administrative capital, which represents where their executive, their politicians, and all that, where they sit. And one thing I want us to quickly understand about Malaysia is that we usually hear that the Nigerians that go to Malaysia, they go there for jobs like prostitution, like Yahoo, like but sometimes too, like those boys who usually go for this Yahoo and all that, they still come back to get scholarship or to get education in Malaysia. So some people can actually just try, struggle to get into Malaysia. Maybe they have maybe their papers is just like 3 months, 4 months, or 6 months. Then during that period, they try to get admission into maybe one of the universities there. After getting that admission, then they could get a 1 year stay, a 1 year permit. Then from there they can, reapply, uh, and get extension. So this has allowed many Nigerians to be there. Then if you now look at these guys that they call Yahoo Yahoo and all that, the way they spend money, the way they buy things without pricing and all that. So it has what it has done for the Nigerian food stuff, or let me say Nigerian products around there, is that it has created like a lot of value and demand for food from here, that people over there, even Nigerians that are schooling, Nigerians in Malaysia that are schooling, that don't have much extra jobs like that, but are just focused on education. They don't really buy much. They don't have money as much as Nigerians who are there on Yahoo or on prostitution and all that. So but basically the market still enlarges day by day. Every time you have high and high and high demand coming for our gari, our amala, eba, apple, um, oha leaf, vegetable, bitter leaf, all these spices and things that we eat here are in demand over there. And like I said, there is no product apart from your meat, your cheese, your egg that you cannot package for Malaysia. Also including home products, kitchen utensils, kitchen products, and all that you can send out there. So Malaysia has a population of about 32 million people, so they are not much, but if you look at the number of Nigerians that we have there, it's actually a very good place for us to market the Nigerian food store. So according to a 2018 Naira Land article, Nigerians in Malaysia are over 500,000. Over 500,000 Nigerians are living in Malaysia. So that should tell us something, that should show us something. So in case this logs us out, kindly just use that same link that we use to come up. So Nigerian expats also work in Malaysia, that is expatriates from Nigeria working in industries and different sectors of the Malaysian economy. They're also there. These people, they need to taste. Like this guy in the video we just watched, he said he feels like, eating home food, it's just, maybe mixed